OK, moving on. Picture of a goldfish. What does it mean, Alan? That's what you're thinking, not me, I know. Need a volunteer from the audience for this. Let's see. Sir, you there, do you want to come up and help me illustrate this point, if you'd be so good? Leave your jacket there, you won't be needing that. Quick as you like. Hello. Just follow me here. Just stand about here. Stand there. Yeah, just stand there. Perfect. Move out of just that way. Perfect. Lovely. This is a nice peach polo top. Lovely. Interesting. A lot of people might say that, that's a bit garish. But will they be visible towards oncoming traffic down a dark country lane? Probably not. OK, now I'll deal with you in a second. OK, picture of a goldfish. Took a photograph of it swimming around Fort Knox. Seriously, though, can we name any of the properties of a fish that are exclusive to a fish? Properties of a fish that make it be a fish. Just shout them out if you can think of any. Gills. Good. Excellent. Breathing ears. Helps suck in air and hear. Any other properties of a fish? Fins. Good. Fins. Good. Fins. A kind of guidance system, isn't it? Kind of piscine keel, based on a yacht. Which came first, the fish or the yacht? Interesting question. We don't have time to answer that tonight. Well, it's the fish, isn't it? Any other properties of a fish?
Big sharp teeth.
Big sharp teeth. Well. I think you know you're wrong, don't you? I think you're shouting out that to have a bit of fun. And that's fine. But this is the work section. Made that clear. Any other properties of a fish?
Gravel.
Gravel? OK, all right. Now, hang on. I'm going to deal with this. You've thrown down the gauntlet, haven't you? And I'm going to pick it up. Because you clearly, by shouting gravel, are trying to be anarchic. I know, perhaps you're a member of Chumbly Wumbly. Men in skirts doesn't frighten me. Although, were you to wear a skirt, I suspect the real reason you'd be wearing one is because you quite like to wear them. Any other properties of a fish? Pardon?
Batter.
Batter? Oh dear. You know, you probably think, don't you, that when you go home tonight, all your mates will be saying, if you've got any, will be saying, hey, Baz, Faz, Gaz, Daz, whatever your name is. He was really great tonight. When Alan Partridge was trying to illustrate a serious point about a fish, he shouted out batter. Isn't he big? Isn't he clever? I don't think they'll be shouting that. I think when you walk home tonight, there'll be a rather embarrassed silence. Okay? Now, that applause was for me, by the way. Okay? Or, before we got way off the point there. Yes, we've finished that bit now, darling. OK. Now, you're sitting there and you're thinking, OK, Alan, forward solution sounds pretty amazing. But we want to hear it from the horse's mouth. Well, let me introduce to you two horses whom I've rocked into forward solutions. Please clap your hooves for my two rocking horses. I'll just introduce them. Jackie and Jackie Tootle. Now, Jackie and Jackie Tootle. A little bit confusing. Presumably, you're Jacqueline and you're Jack.
No, we're actually both christened Jackie.
That's hilarious. But to avoid confusion, what I'd like to do is refer to you as woman and you man. Now, woman. You were one of the first people to embark on my Forward Solutions programme, weren't you?
Yes, well, I realised that a lot of my problems stem from my childhood.
Right.
My mother was very critical of me as a child, and she used to tell me I was fat.
Bitch.
Well, no, she had her own issues.
Okay, fair enough.
But my father wasn't around when I was growing up
All right, bastard.
because he was killed in a car crash.
Okay, not a bastard.
Well, he was drunk driving, so...
Okay, so sort of a bastard.
Well, no, he had his own issues as well.
Well, make your mind up, love, you know, you can't have it both ways.
Well, my therapist says I can actually.
Yeah. Carry on.
So,
Yeah.
that was my best birthday life, as you can imagine.
Right, sorry. Sorry, I've just pressed a button here by mistake. Sorry, I'll just sort that. Keep going. Sorry about that, just sort this out.
So that wasn't the best start in life.
Okay.
And then I met Jackie, who's the love of my life.
Yeah.
And as well as us both being called Jackie, we both actually have an allergy to dairy, which is quite unusual, isn't it? And you know, we have to avoid milk,
Yeah.
of course, and cheese and all sorts of lovely things, pizza, for example. But if we do have any milk, it does mean that we will get a bit of that rash, and at worst, it can actually make your face puff up and stops you from breathing. So we do really have to avoid any type of milk, and we have to limit our diet. Unfortunately, our little son, George, has a condition. It's a lot more severe for him. He went to a children's party, as kids do. He did have some milk chocolate offered by another child, and he did actually have quite a severe allergic reaction.
Formidable.
And it put him in hospital, which was terrible for us. I mean, he did.
It sounds amazing, it really does. Hello, good evening, and aha! 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 Hey, you sick of it yet? Huh? I'm not, it doesn't bother me. Yes. Good evening and welcome to Alan Partridge will rock you into forward solutions with whiskers. What happened to the thunder flash? That's supposed to blow up when I point at it like God. And then I was going to say Alan Partridge will rock you into forward solutions. What? Yes, with whiskers. I might as well start by thanking my dance troupe, my cheerleaders, Hot and Pot. Collectively known as Hot Pot. There used to be 3 of them. They were known as Hot Pot and Red Cabbage. But due to the credit crunch, I had to let Red Cabbage go. There they are. Hello, girls. Getting changed. Oh, saw your bra. They don't mind. Really? Okay, I'll go over here. Bras are interesting, aren't they? They used to be all lift and separate. Now it's all squash them together. Make your minds up, girls. Oh, bras. Jesus. I do not believe that was an accident. Okay, let's begin. Let me start by taking you back in time to late August. I was sitting on the teak veranda of the Admiral's Cocktail Lounge in Bournemouth. You won't know it, it's members only. As I was sitting there, sipping a cool glass of white wine, sandwiched between Monty Don and TV's Alistair Stewart from Police Camera Action. And I remember thinking to myself, Alan, you crazy mofo. It doesn't get much better than this. I remember Monty was refilling my glass with a crisp Australian white. He's always got dirt under his fingernails, Monty Don. I don't mind, he's a gardener. Yeah. You see the same thing on the Pet Shop Boys, and it's a little bit unsavoury. But as I was sitting there, enjoying the good life, my mind drifted back to that time 5 years earlier when I shat my pants in PC World. I just had a major television chat show cancelled, and as with any major trauma, something had to give. That something, in my case, was the small valve at the base of my lower intestine. But I didn't panic. Fortunately, I was wearing my M&S cellular briefs, which acted as a kind of makeshift hammock. I was lonely and I was depressed. I checked into the Ibis Hotel in Canary Wharf, where I paid £14.50 to watch Billy Elliot. And that film inspired me. I thought, if that small gay Geordie can overcome prejudice and bigotry and being a Geordie, then I can overcome my problems. People can change. Countries can change. Look at Wales. 5 years ago, nobody gave a damn about Wales. Now they make Doctor Who there. In fact, look inside a Dalek, you may well find a bitter ex-miner at the controls.
Ah, here comes my queen.
Ah, Catherine of Aragon. Yes. Most handsome woman.
I think she has some hair on her top lip.
Really? I've never noticed, honestly.
No, I can feel it when I kiss her. It's almost as if she
Don't
has...
say whiskers. Keep going.
I only have eyes for Anne Boleyn. She has me spellbound.
But the king is married and the church will not allow a divorce.
Silence, Sir Thomas. She comes hither. Anne has a radiance that I fear may be beyond the bounds of marital obligation.
Aye, she is fucking gorgeous, I'll give you that. But to matters constitutional. The Pope is the head of the church, and he will not allow you a divorce, so you can simply have it off with Anne Boleyn.
The only it I shall have off is your head when I chop it off and put it on a spike. Silence, Sir Thomas. I am not japing around this time.
Right, it's very difficult to tell with
I shall create a new church, the Church of England.
you. Your Majesty, I implore you to stop. Assess the damage. Take small steps in the right direction.
That three-pronged plan is most interesting.
It is, isn't it? It can be applied to any situation. That's the good thing about it.
But the king ignored this advice of his much wiser friend. He made himself head of the church and married Anne Boleyn.
Thomas, why wilt thou not accept me as head of the church?
I do not think it is a forward solution.
Put down that bloody lute!
I'm just tuning it up. Chillax.
Why do you defy me?
I do not think His Majesty is thinking with his royal head, but rather with his regal
Thomas.
cock.
Thomas!
And you're not the head of the church.
Thomas! You've been a dear and trusted friend, but I will not stand for this treason!
I have a message from the Pope.
Lay it upon my table. Christ. Fuck. Right, what's my next line? Where's he gone? You are not the head of the church.
Thomas, you've been a dear and trusted friend, but I will not stand for this treason!
Shit.
I have a
Right.
message from the Pope.
Lay it upon my table. You're not the head of the church.
Thomas, you've been a dear and trusted friend, but I will not stand for this treason!
I have a message from the Pope.
Lay it upon my table.
That's the last one.
Right, we're stuck in a loop. Your Majesty, we spoke of this matter at great length.
Where did we have such a conversation? I cannot recall.
Why, at Hampton Court in the car park? No, the gift shop. No, the maid.
Thomas! Stop jabbering!
Oh, sorry.
I see you are thinking of asking me not to condemn you to death.
Cheers. Please don't condemn me to death.
Silence! I condemn you to death!
No, I'll leave that there. Right, shall I just go to the Tower of London?
Yes, that's
okay.
best.
Good morrow, Your Majesty. I'll just put my hat on. Yeah. Sorry.
Take him to the tower!
Unhand me, I'm Roger Moore. Oh, shit, I've done it again.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the part of the show we call the talent spot. Now, this is where a new comic a new comic has the opportunity to try out his act in front of a live audience with the hope of getting a fully paid professional booking. Now, this particular comedian has been doing talent spots for the past 4 years. So I warn you now, ladies and gentlemen, he's very, very nervous. He's very nervous. So would you please handle him with kid gloves? He's very nervous. OK. So, ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome onto the stage Mr. Duncan Thickett.
Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. Laughing, that's good. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. Oh, it's big in here. I'm laughing, yeah. It's comedy, yes, it is. Laughing. Oh, sorry, a bit nervous. Deep breaths. Oh, very right, and he's funny. I pissed myself when he was on. I didn't laugh. I just pissed myself. I can't speak. The camera there. Sorry. No, I'm supposed to. Right, okay. I'm doing it. I'm supposed to start with a catchphrase. Do you know, like Bruce Forsyth's got a catchphrase. He goes, "Nice to see you," and the audience go, "To see you, nice, Bruce." Right? That's his. And mine's quite similar to that. Right? I say something, right, and you respond, right? I'll tell you what it is, right? I say, "Hiya, are you all right, or what?" And you say, "Not so bad, and how's yourself?" It's quite straightforward, you know, it's friendly. Right, so I'll tell you what, I'll go off. Come on again. Pretend I've not come on. Right? I'll come on again. I'll do the catchphrase. "Hi, you all right?" Or what? You. "Not so bad. How's yourself?" Right. Do that. And watch me go. Then, right. Yeah, so pretend I've not come on. No, I've not come on. I've not come on. You can't see me. Not come on. I've not come on. I've not come on. And now I'm coming and I'm on. Yeah. "Hi, you all right?" Or what? I'm all right. Thanks for asking. Yes, there's some more of those jokes, folks. It's another small phrase. Right, yes, it's important to come from somewhere, isn't it? Yes, where are you from, lady? Liverpool. That's where we are. It's a nice place. Oh, God. Yeah, right, carry on. I think I should have a nickname, right? Because, like, you know, Jean-Claude Van Damme, right? He's got a nickname, isn't he? Because he's known as the Muscles from Brussels. It's good because it rhymes, muscles, Brussels, right? And I thought, well, I should have a nickname because I come from a place called Thwat. I'm not joking. No. I'm doing it. I'm lying. I come from a lovely little village called Puckwit, but I can't think of anything like that. Yeah. Do you know what? I tell you what. I've been heckled so much recently in the street. I've got a brilliant heckle put-down line. I've been practising all week. So if anyone wants to try and heckle me, I'll tear them to pieces. Come on, then. Oh, yes! Get off, that old chestnut. Right, you're going to wish you hadn't said that. Yeah. You go down well in a graveyard, mate. Put a cork in it. And don't speak anymore, please.
OK, let's kick it up a gear. This is state-of-the-art technology. It's an electronic gauntlet linked to a computer. I'm going manual. OK. It's a combination of an iPhone and a Wii, and it's called a YI. And interestingly, it was developed in Newcastle by myself, Intel, and Jimmy Nail. I only wear the glove on the one hand, a bit like Michael Jackson, except my glove will not be used for evil. OK, let's start by having a bit of fun. If people were pies, who would have a positive filling? Let's take a look. That's right, it's Trevor Phillips, chairman of the Commission for Racial Equality. Trevor is a very positive person. I met him 2 years ago at the Pride of Britain Awards, where he was winning an award for being least racist person or something. And afterwards, after the ceremony, he'd had a couple of drinks. And actually, I think I'll do this. Actually, that's a bit weird. Yeah, he'd had a couple of drinks. And Trevor made some pretty derogatory comments about the Welsh. And I said, hey Trevor, give that award back. And he said, Alan, he said, I'm not racist. He said, but you've got to draw the line somewhere. And without missing a beat, he said, and that line is somewhere around Shropshire. Very positive person indeed. Who else would have a positive feeling? Let's take a look. That's right, it's my very good friend, Norfolk-based intensive farmer, Bernard Matthews. Bernard is a very positive guy. He gets a lot of flack from the pro-chicken brigade. Unnecessarily so, because he really does have chicken's best interests at heart. I was chatting with him about this the other week at a cockfight in his front room. And I said, Bernard, don't listen to these people. I mean, how much space does a chicken need, really? If you do give them space, they just run around like idiots. So, you know. But he's got a great sense of humour. I was at a party at his house a few weeks ago, and he said to me, he said, Alan, he said, are you a leg or a breast man? I said, do you mean chickens or ladies? And he laughed. He laughed. He said, but no, seriously, Alan, he said, when we get them in a confined space, he said, they make a hell of a racket. I said, do you mean chickens or ladies? And he laughed again. Yeah. Not quite as loudly as the first time, but he did laugh. And then he said, no, but seriously, Alan, he said, when they reach a certain weight, we electrocute them, slit their throats, then gut them. I said, do you mean chickens or ladies? And he asked me to leave. Okay, if a pie had a negative filling, what would that look like? Let's take a look. That's right, it's Chief Superintendent Charles Brownlow from the Bill. Don't know his real name. 2 years ago, Brownlow, when I told Brownlow 2 years ago I was going to write, direct, produce and act in my own play about the life of Sir Thomas More, Brownlow said, don't do it, Alan. You're not a good enough writer, you're not a good enough actor, you'll just look like a tit. Really, Brownlow? Well, when I put that play on tonight, there's only going to be one tit, and it'll be you. And you'll be a tit eating a pie. And you know what flavour that pie will be? Humble pie. By the way, when I had acting lessons for my debut tonight, I hired the best in the business, crocodile shoe-wearing Geordie hardman, Jimmy Nail. And Jimmy, when he trained me, he said to me, he said, Alan, he said, I divn't fuck a boot. And he didn't. He really didn't. Okay. Take 4 ordinary blokes you might find in any town or village. Now, I'm not entirely certain these blokes were on drugs, but I think the odds of 4 sober men collectively deciding to go to the hairdressers then have a group photograph taken naked are minimal. Clearly, they're on ecstasy. Ecstasy makes you lose your inhibitions. Yeah. Inhibitions are there for a reason, people, to stop you doing shit like that. The 3 guys on the right totally fell off the radar. But worst of all, the bloke at the top left tragically went on to become Engelbert Humperdinck. Tee-hee-hee. Okay, shock tactics. The Right Reverend Clement West. He gave a cracking sermon at Roger Daltrey's wedding. It went down a storm. It went down so well that one of the roadies gave him a gram of speed. And here he is 6 hours later. Completely chewed off his own jaw. It's some consolation that he does win the odd prize at fairgrounds. Although, interestingly, he never wins anything in the East Anglia region. Granddads. We all love granddads, eh? Crown Green bowling on a Sunday, post office every other day of the week. This hombre met Pete Doherty at a Round Table charity fundraiser. And here he is 2 weeks later. Completely went off the rails, left his wife of 64 years and moved in with his dealer, her. Don't be deceived by her looks. Don't be deceived by her looks. She was the most vicious, mean motherfucker you could ever know not to meet. She was very violent. I was round at her house once with a mate of mine,
and I was, getting some stuff, and she was knitting a sweater, a polo neck sweater for her grandson, and it had quite a long neck, right? And my mate just said, "Oh, is your grandson a giraffe?" And she shot him in the face with a nail gun. She'd freak people out. She'd get them in a front room and she'd say, "By the time I finish this Horlicks, either you'll be dead or I'll be asleep." Like most dealers, she never touched her own supply. Occasionally, she'd have half an E during songs of praise. That's my brother-in-law. He's a dick. Nothing to do with the lecture. I just like to show that picture. Okay, so drugs can make you do some pretty destructive things, right? And I don't mean waking up one morning in a skip, wearing a nappy, a sombrero, with lipstick round your nipples and an Action Man shoved up your arse. Because we've all done that. And people can also become addicted to porn. Yeah, sex phone chat lines, very addictive. I rang one of them, because I was quite open-minded. This woman was on the other end of the phone, and she said, "What have you got on?" I said, "I've got the movie channel on. I'm watching The Elephant Man. It's a cracking film." She said, "Well, I'm the kind of woman who likes a good length." I said, "Well, you love The Elephant Man. It's over 2 hours long." She said, "No," she said, "I like a good length with a swollen, bulbous head." I said, "Babes, you've got to check out The Elephant Man. It ticks all your boxes."
Now, all good talks about management, stroke life, need excellent analogies or metaphors. Here's mine. This is Alan's egg. What does it mean? Well, I'll tell you. Now, interesting. It's a blind man's stick. Yes. It's encouraging to know, isn't it, that out of someone's misfortune, something good can come. In this case, a collapsible attaché case-sized handy pointer. Okay. Now, most of us start off life in the frying pan. With hard work, we gain access to the white. But where we really want to be is the place reserved for the select few, the elite, who take their place within the yolk. How do we get from the egg white to the yolk without bursting it and ending up with egg all over our faces? Well, to do that, we need my 3-point plan, which is think, act, that's it. It's technically a 2-point plan, but I don't know, you do need the third to remind people that there are only 2, because they expect them to come in 3s. So it's a 2-pronged trident. A bident. Or a hoe. I mean hoe as in garden hoe. Not as in, you're looking at my hoe. What do they mean? What does that mean when they do it? What is all that sort of, yo, what's up, G? Some homie's been dissing my bitch. What's wrong with good morning and a firm handshake? Okay, now moving on. Now, when you're addressing your family, friends, workforce, personnel, whatever, you may want to continue the casual approach by sitting on a chair. But don't be afraid to use the chair in an unconventional manner. You may want to turn it round and straddle it. It's got arms. Never mind, I can still do this. There we go. See, a football coach giving a pep talk to the team at half-time may very well straddle a chair thus, and roll his sleeves up and say, "Hey, you, pass the ball to him, and then score a goal." I'm paraphrasing. It shows there's something of the maverick about you. You're prepared to thwart convention, prepared to break the rules, certainly as regards seating. Something you just want to put on your wish list. Wait. No, it's fine. It's actually very good for your back. But I think I could carry on like this, but I'll abort the chair.
My name is Ernest Moss. I'm here to give you a brief lecture on safety, then you can get on with the fun. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh no, another boring safety lecture. Nothing could be further from the truth. You'd be surprised at the fun I've had with a Bunsen burner and some magnesium ribbon. Now, Winston Churchill was a great speech maker. Do you remember that one about the Iron Curtain descending across Europe? Well, I hope it was zinc galvanised or it would rust in days. Now, Winston always used to start with a joke. I haven't got a joke, but it's the next best thing. It's an anecdote. And I hope you enjoy it, so here goes. Now, a friend of mine, Ted Dowd, was doing a spot of rewiring around the house. And it was a real pro job, you know, it was all double-coated carbon flex. And he got it installed, you know, and the plastering was first rate. I saw it myself. I said, nice job, Ted. He got it done, and what he got it done was, instead of installing circuit breakers right across the board, you know, like you and I would, you can see it coming, can't you? Yeah. What did he do? He went to put in low ampage fuses. Yes, you're ahead of me. So, that's right. So, of course, as soon as he threw the light switch, they all blew. No? OK. Let's get on with the lecture. Pay attention. A lecture. Inquisitive minds. We have all of us inquisitive minds. Those are my two nephews, Keith and Stuart. Oh, look, says Keith. Malaysia. Yes, says Stuart. I wonder if the main support beam in their construction techniques is the RSJ lintel. I don't know, says Keith. Perhaps our Uncle Ernest will tell us if he comes round this weekend to give us one of his fun lectures. Don't worry, lads, I'll be there. Now, before I go on, I've been absolutely inundated with requests saying, Ernest, can you show us a picture of the JCB power hammer? With pleasure. What a beaut. A double treat for power hammer fans tonight, the JCB power hammer in action. Thanks very much to Ted for that demonstration. You can almost hear it, can't you, going drrrr, can't you? No, you can't, because it's a power hammer, not a power drill. That fools everyone. Yeah. It goes ka-chunk, 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 yes. Now, young lady on the front row there in the black top, love, what's your name? You, the one that's looking scared? What's your name, love? Louise. Right, Louise, can I ask you a question? Do you think the power hammer's a bit too close to Ted's feet there, isn't it? A little bit too close. It doesn't matter, he's wearing steel toe caps. Well done, sir. Now, that brings me on to the right kind of attire. What you wear is all important. Let's take 6 ordinary people you might find in any town or village. Now, I would only have one of these men on a building site. And quite simply, it's the man who's got the best equipment. Right? Which, in this case, is this man. Why? Because he's got a hard helmet. Now, I wouldn't mind having any of the others. Right? I'd have the lot of them. As long as they wore some sort of protection. Right? The only other one I consider as he stands is this man. Why? Because he's wearing leather chaps. Not to be sniffed at.
Let me say bag. Let me say oh. Let me say shy. Fuck. Put it all together, what have you got? What's that? What do you call a Scandinavian cartoon season on Channel fucking 4? Heartbeat with Nick Berry. EastEnders when Nick Berry was on it. And the charts up in here, every loser wins by, wait for it, Nick fucking Berry. Oh, fucking hell. I like head on it. What are you fucking looking at? You're fucking looking at. Hey, do you know what I'm fucking sick and tired of? People coming up to me saying, Paul, you're a sexist. I'm not a sexist, I'm a radical feminist. I think you've got to be these days if you want to get your end away. So fuck it, I'm a feminist, you know. I know, it's not how women are on the outside. I know, it's how they are on the inside, it's how they are as a human being. You know, and if they've got big tits, that's a bonus. Hey, do you know I love Samantha Fox? She's fucking lovely, isn't she? Oh, I've got this, like, fantasy, right, where I've got, like, Samantha Fox and Linda Lusardi in front of me, and they're both naked. And I've got to choose between them. And it's a fucking nightmare, I can't do it. In the end, I just have to toss. I'll probably come down on the side of Samantha Fox. She's lovely, isn't she? So curvy, isn't she? Oh, not much upstairs, you know, but then who wants to shag Bamba Gascoigne? Not even Mrs. fucking Gascoigne. Do you know, before I come out tonight, I went to Chippy, right, get a bit of nose bag. Right, I'm stood at the back of the queue, there's a fucking student at the front of the fucking queue, right, writing a fucking cheque for a bag of chips. A fucking cheque, I went up to him, I said, bag of chips? No. No, I said, sack of cack. Fancy the change, you know. I said, are you a student? He said, you might say I'm studying at the University of Life. I said, that'll do for me, outside. He said, no, I'm a pacifist. He said, I'm non-violent pacifist. I said, where I come from, that's fighting talk. He said, no, you can strike me, but I will not raise my arm against my fellow man. I thought, bleeding hell, it's Christmas. He beat the shit out of me. Fucking kickboxer, wasn't he?
You see me, you want me, think how can I win her? Well, maybe a cocktail, then Nando's for dinner. But just to make certain you're going to make me, do take me where any real playboy would take me.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Pauline Carr.
Take me to the Marriott Hotel. Walk in reception there and just ding the bell. Book the executive suite, maybe a tetra. I'll gently palm you while you're watching Sexetra. Or rooms have satellite at the Marriott Hotel. I'll take a shower with the free shower gel. No shit, it's molten brown, then you can undress. There's a Corby trouser press, so start up your chariot. Take me to the Marriott. Look, Kerry Katona, that bloke from the Bill, and Simon Le Bon's at the bar. Gail Porter, Ray Stubbs chatting with Callum Best, and John Leslie chills by the spa. There's Cheryl and Ashley, I'd love to see their house. The regional manager of Carver Warehouse. They're all at the Marriott Hotel. Even the toilets have that potpourri smell. I'll don my terry robe and smoulder like lava. They may chuck in a free half bottle of Carver. It's all quite decadent at the Marriott Hotel. When I first stepped inside, I thought, fucking hell. I shan't forget the time I shagged Simon Cowell, 'cause he nicked a king-size towel. But what happens at the Marriott stays at the Marriott. The Marriott. The Marriott. Take me to the Marriott. Hello, Blackpool. Oh, Hello. You can go now. Go on, off you go. I've had him. Yeah. I like his beard. It's like a bath scrub. The insides of my thighs are like porcelain. Now, do you know, I like singing that song, but what bothers me about it is my thong rides right up. Yeah. Honestly, it's so small you could floss your teeth with it. You wouldn't want to, though. You would, though, wouldn't you? Hey? You dirty bastard. Look at him grinning. Hey? You were clapping a bit too vigorously there. You're supposed to take your hands out of your pockets. So, and no looking down my top from up there, yeah? Actually, you might as well. They cost me enough. Yeah, no, I had a boob job. It was a choice between a boob job and a brand new Zanussi washing machine. Yeah. Yeah, it was a choice between twin tubs that could take a heavy load and a new washing machine. I don't know. But do you like my dress? Yeah? Do you like it? Oh, yeah, I've had him, yeah. He had a cock like a bookie's pencil. You should come round again sometime. I'll put on some proper music next time, like the Minute Waltz. Or maybe we could do it in the kitchen, so I can tie my fucking egg. I don't know. No, but this is my dress. Yes, it used to belong to Baby Spice, then it belonged to Charlotte Church, then me. Yeah. They took it in for Baby Spice, let it out for Charlotte Church, and took it in again for me. Fuck off.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a special treat for you tonight because Paul Carr's sister is here. So, ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome onto the stage Pauline Carr.
Are you all right? He's nice, that Bernard Wrighton, isn't he? Yeah. I've had him. I won't tell you what he's like, but I'll give you a clue. Now, I've got a lift here tonight from our Paul. Yeah, have you seen his car? It's crap. I said, Paul, why don't you get a Capri? He said, no, he said, a Cortina's more sophisticated. Because he looks like he's covered it in glue and ram-raided Alfords. Do you like me, baby? Oh, it's a love child. Well, one night stand child. Don't ask me who the father is. Don't ask me who the father is, because I don't know. No, I do. No, but it's a well-known celebrity, you see, and it's very dicey because he's married and everything. But I'll give you a clue, right? He's dead sophisticated, right? Took his socks off before we did it. But he's got great clothes. All his suits are designed by Jean-Michel Jarre. His shirts, they're by Fettuccine, and he wears Kevin Klein's underpants. I'll give you another clue. He used to host Tonight with Jonathan Ross. And before that, he hosted The Last Resort with Jonathan Ross. It's Jonathan Ross. Do you know, before Jonathan met me, he knew nothing about style. Honestly, I said, Jonathan, style is like the clap. You've either got it or you haven't. I've got it, and now he has, I know. Do you like my dress? Nice, isn't it? I'm quite... Thanks, yeah. Oh, I've had him. I'm dead easy to shop for me, because I'm standard size. I'm size 10. Yeah. I'm a fucking size 10, all right? Big bones, like Daryl Hannah. But my face is more like Kim Basinger, you know. Yeah. Aren't you lovely, eh? Jonathan wanted to name him something romantic, you know, like he said, like Rock Hudson, because he's named after, like, a place of local beauty. So I said, all right, we'll call him Manchester Ship Canal. No, it's called Arnie. Yeah, Arnie, short for Arndale Centre. It's Arnie short for Arnold Schwarzenegger, because that's a good role model, isn't it, for a little boy, eh? I'll be back, eh? Your fucking dad won't, will he? Born in the back of a taxi, he was. Born in the back of a taxi. Me and Jonathan discussed it and decided that would be the best place. Because that's where he was conceived. There he was, 15 minutes later. A big bouncing baby boy, £9. It would have been cheaper in a minicab, but you want the best. And our Paul's been really good. He's been helping out. He came round the other day to try and teach him to walk. He managed a few steps, but he just fell over and crawled around the room. Not a good example to set a baby, is it? But Paul has changed. Paul is changing, you know. He decided to get dead fit. He borrowed me Cindy Crawford workout video. Yeah, he watches it all the time. When I've gone to bed, I can hear him downstairs in the lounge, puffing and panting all And he knows when he's had enough to drink now. You know, he knows that if he's lying on his back, choking on his own vomit, then he's only to have 1, maybe 2 more pints. And after that, nothing. Except shorts.
Throughout me in my quest for in the art of seduction, right, to help other men in my plight, I've come up with Paul Carr's guide to the ancient art of seduction for the sensitive, caring male. Right. First thing, gentlemen, don't be cocky. Right. We can't all swan round like we're David Essex. And it's the little things that count, you know. Not wiping your nose on your sleeve. Stifling your farts so they seep out. It's difficult, isn't it? But you've got to take the trouble. When she's gone, you can let rip, enjoy yourself. Be polite. Be polite. It's no good just going up saying, "Hi, darling, can I shag you?" It don't work. I've tried it. Right? You've got to sweet talk them. "Hello, what's your name?" "My name's Paul. Can I shag you, please?" Yeah. Very important. Think safe sex, very important. Safe sex. Take precautions. Put your fag out. Move your cans where they won't get knocked over. For fuck's sake, remember the name. Fucking hell. Write it down. On the back if need be. I always keep a biro by the bed, you know. Keep using the name to lock it in your memory, you know. You've got nice tits, Denise. You've got a nice ass, Denise. Will you suck me knob, Denise? Do you know what I mean? Make it personal. Don't just jump in there. So, you know, foreplay's important. Tease them, they like to be teased, you know. Have a bit of a nap, you know. Put some toast on, you know. Get her to give you a shout when she's ready, you know. Food can be very sexy. Food's very sexy. 9.5 weeks, you see that? Very sexy. Eat some melted chocolate off a tummy. Very nice. Or ice cream, something like that. Or ready break, you know. I had a full English breakfast the other day. Eggs, bacon, beans, tomatoes, sausage, black pudding, mushrooms, slice of fried bread, 2 slices of toast and a cup of tea. She was a big girl. I've seen her after the show, I can't wait, I'm fucking starving. Role play, that's good. When you pretend to be someone when you're having sex, like you could pretend to be like a motor mechanic, and she could be like a Ford Escort, you know, with a flat battery or something like that. You know. Might be a faulty alternator, you don't know. Get underneath, have a look. You know. Yeah, but you could pretend to be Jonathan King. She could be Jonathan King, and you could both fuck off. I'm a bit under the weather. I've had some bad news a couple of months ago. My dad died. It's very sad. He had a heart attack watching Baywatch. Yeah. It's what anybody wanted, you know. But, you know, when he was alive, I used to look at him and think, you sad, pissed up old fucker. You know, there but for the grace of God. But I often think of him up there, you know, in the everlasting pub in the sky where they never call time. Laughing, singing, dancing, playing darts with St. Peter, goosing the angels, doing his Elvis impression to Elvis. Everyone's fucking tits as usual. But you know what, right? Do you know what I've been doing? I've been listening to the radio a lot recently. Because the radio helps you come to terms with bad news. Doesn't it? Because they have the news like every hour. It's good, like you might hear at like 11 o'clock news here, some bloke's been murdered, and you think, oh, poor fucker. Yeah. Then it's 12 o'clock, some bloke's been murdered. You know, 1 o'clock, some bloke's been murdered. Every hour, some bloke... You know, by dinner time the next day, you think, oh, fuck him. Fucking do it, it's not my fault, is it? Hey, right, listen, do you know, since I've been doing so well, right, I wanted to open my own pub, right? I wanted to call it the Dog's Bollocks, right? But the brewery said, no, you've got to call it the Rose and Crown, you know, or the George and Dragon. So I said, all right, what about the dog and bollock? They won't have it. So, anyway. It's gone now. Anyway, what I've called it is Paul Calf's Cocktail Bar come theme pub. And the theme is get pissed. There's a special door for students, the exit. And every night at 11 o'clock we have a punch-up. Happy hour. But this is a speciality of the house, right? It's fucking brilliant, this. Oh, by the way, who remembers that Watney's Party 7? Hey, do you remember that? Do you remember what? 7 pints in a fucking can. A can of that would last me all the way to the pub. One final ingredient. Oh. There we go. The Paul Calf Student Surprise. Cheers. Do you know, it got to that time of the evening where I feel like saying to myself,
I wonder, should I go or should I stay? The band had only one more song to play. And then I saw the love light in your eye. A little girl alone and so shy. And the last was with you. Two lonely people together. With you, the last ones should last forever. It's all over now, nothing left to say, just my tears and the orchestra play. I try la 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 la. You know what I mean? I try la la. You know, listen, if you've been drinking, don't drive home. Walk home. Walk home on your own, like I do every fucking night.
She sits alone there on the front row and worships from afar her shining superstar. He is the only one she wants, though. He brightens her dull life. She dreams that she's his wife, but still the dream remains a blur. What could he ever see in her? But wait, he passes by, stops and catches her eye. Could it possibly be true when he says tonight it's you? No, wait a minute. Yes, it's you. Come in here. I'll sing you a song. Don't worry about your boyfriend. We gave him 20 quid. It was a figure he suggested. Come here. Gosh, you're very small, aren't you? Sit here. Gosh, golly. Ordinary girl. Hardly a beauty queen, an ordinary girl. The kind of a girl you've seen 1,000 times before. The kind of a girl that anybody would ignore. much of a muchness. She's an ordinary girl. You should try stopping being ordinary girl. To hell with the shopping, why not stop and smell a rose? Or take off all your clothes and come run wild with me. Let your flag unfurl, you very, very, very ordinary girl. It gets better. Ordinary girl. Ordinary eyes and lips and ordinary curves. Ordinary thighs and hips, if only I could find. What are you thinking in your ordinary mind?
Though my hair's a mess, shabby old clothes is the way I always dress. Maybe it's not too late, perhaps this may sound strange, but I believe I'd change if you would just make love to me.
Yes, my little pearl, prepare to fare thee well to ordinary girl. Come with me, quick, we don't have much time. Quick, this way. Oh, that's fantastic! Oh, yes, oh, that's fantastic! Oh, now you join in! Oh, yes, oh, gosh, yes! Oh, that's fantastic! Oh. Thank you. Sorry, that doesn't normally happen. It's just usually I can reach. I don't know how I can ever thank you. I know that cash would be tacky. So perhaps instead I can give you this £15 gift token for home base. Sorry, I didn't catch your name. Oh, it doesn't matter. You know, a lot of old-fashioned people, they say a woman's place is in the home. I used to be one of those guys. I was such a large twat. But these days, I think if a woman wants to work, she should be encouraged. This is my tribute to working women. It's called Lap Dancing Lady. Ooh, sexy. Went to a bar. I was lonely and lost when I saw her there. Ooh, lap dancing lady with sensuous eyes and the flowing hair. She said, "Good evening, sir." Something began to stir all at once, quick as a flash. From my pants I pulled out the cash so that she would lap dance for me. And I said, lap dancing lady, you drive me crazy. Lap dancing lady, I'll give you rings and pearls. But a sign read, don't touch the girls. She worked her magic as I tried to speak to her with my eyes. Hoping she'd see I was different from all these creepy guys. Ooh, give me a wink, give me a sign, let me know you'll be mine. When the dance was at a stop, I popped a note into her top. Would she see the message from me? And it read, lap dancing lady, you have my baby, please. Lap dancing lady, I like you very much. But a voice said, look but don't touch. Ooh, lady, can't you see that this man adores? Ooh, in our fantasy, on all fours, I wandered home feeling just like a fool over what I'd done. What made me think, out of thousands of guys, I'd be the lucky one. Later on, all alone, I checked for calls on the answer phone. Heard a voice, loud and clear. It was music to my ears. Hi, it's me.
Hi, it's me.
And I'd so like to be.
I'd so like to be
your personal lap dancing lady. You really caught my eye. Lap dancing lady, dance for me all my life. Now she's my lap dancing wife. Lap dancing wife.
What the fuck was that?